Good morning. It is Wednesday, October the 16th. Good to have you with us on Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live from the HCCTV studios this morning. Joining me, my co-host every Wednesday, Dr. Lana Pagao from the Northwest College. Good to see you, Lana.
Good morning. How are you doing, Todd?
It's good. It's good. I mean, who can complain today? The weather is
I'm telling you, it's
absolutely
finally
perfect.
arrived. Yeah.
Finally, yeah. Enjoy it while it's here, because by Saturday it's gone, folks, and we're back to like almost the 90s again next week. So crazy weather continues, but hey, it's Houston. Things could change in the next week or so. So we'll have to wait. I don't know, Lana. I mean, these fake falls really are what gets to me. It's kind of depressing.
I know it really does fool us, doesn't it? We get all excited, pull out all our warm clothes, and
Yeah.
then boom, it's time to unpack all the pool stuff again.
Do we ever really put it away? I mean, come on now. Why put away the shorts? You only won't need them for a couple of weeks. So, hey, we are glad to have you with us this morning. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at 10 a.m. Mondays through Fridays, most of the time when HCC is in session. But you can always watch us in social media, Lana, and on HCC TV.
That's right. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and we're on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and as you just said, HCC TV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
You know, we mentioned we're halfway through October, more than halfway through October. We had National Night Out earlier this month. It happened across our district, across the nation. And our police department is back joining us again this morning because Halloween's right around the corner. And we've got Sergeant Robert Cenatiempo with us this morning. Good to see you, Sergeant.
That's good to see you too, Todd. Good morning.
Yeah, so the kiddos are going to be out soon. Some things we want to watch out and make sure for your own personal safety and the safety of theirs. We're looking forward to hearing from you on that in the next 10 minutes. Lana will be with you shortly. Okay, we're going to kick things off. You know, things have changed here. We're in the basement at, well, they don't like to say it's the basement. They like to say it's the lower level. But let's get real. We work in the basement at HCCTV at the district offices, but we got some brand new neighbors. In fact, Coleman College has opened up their Midtown campus literally down the hall from us. We're excited to have. I know a lot of students are excited for them to be here. And we're welcoming the head of HCC's nursing program to tell us all about this expansion. Dr. Bernadette Pollard is the nursing program director at HCC's Coleman College for Health Sciences. Good morning, Dr. Pollard.
Good morning, Todd.
Well, we've got a lot of changes down here at 3100 Main. Maybe you can tell us just what has opened up. I know it's been very successful. The students are coming down to the Midtown campus. Tell us what people can expect here.
So at the Midtown campus, we offer nutrition, A&P. We're getting ready to add pharmacology. And it's an expansion of our current program here at the Coleman College. It's an opportunity for students to have another area to go to that is convenient and offer the same services.
And you also, the students can also take some of the prerequisites, because before you get into Coleman, you have to have a number of prerequisites as well, correct?
Correct. And the prerequisite for the LVN program is the nutrition A&P.
Okay. You just had your ribbon cutting here. It was attended by just about all of our trustees and presidents. Tell us about that event. It must have been exciting to show off the new place.
Yes, it was really nice. It was surprising to us too that from the time we started to what we saw was a more beautiful environment, very enhanced, appealing to student learning.
And you mentioned the LVN, but the other nursing programs as well will be expanding here to the Midtown location. Is that right?
So there's only an LVN program right now at Houston Community College Coleman, but we have other health science programs like information technology. They have phlebotomy, certified nursing assistants.
Right. And the LVN, tell us the difference between that, because we hear a lot about LVNs and, of course, registered nurses as well. Tell us the difference between the two. And I imagine is it totally different programs? Do you learn a lot of the same things?
So the LVN program is an entry-level nursing program. It's a certificate program. You sit for the licensure, you get a license to practice nursing at the basic level, which would be the entry level. It's only 3 semesters in duration. And the ADN is an advanced professional level practice with 4 semesters long.
And are all of those available at the Midtown offices? I mean, is this when you go down to this campus, do you eventually go to Coleman, or is it self-contained here at the campus here?
So it's not self-contained at Midtown yet, but the plan is, because we have got approval for expansion to offer hybrid. So with that, we'll have some courses at the Midtown and some courses at Coleman. But right now, the program is only central at Coleman, with prerequisites being taken at Midtown for right now.
And you also offer more of a variety of scheduling opportunities for students. I understand students who may go to the Midtown campus may be working full time during the day or need to take weekend classes. How does that work?
Correct. So we offer a daytime program, evening program, weekend program, and we offer courses in the evenings. So people could go to school about 5 to 7 p.m. or 7 to 9 p.m., that kind of schedule. We have weekend clinicals, we have weekend classrooms that people could attend. Different courses are offered at that time.
And also students, how many students are enrolled in this program? And I know at Coleman, we've always talked to those there about the cohorts where you can only enroll in a certain time of year. Is that the same at the Midtown campus as well?
Yes, you enroll spring and fall semesters. That's the only 2 rotation that we have. And like I said, you could take classes at Midtown. If we offer classes there, you can take classes at the Coleman Center. Those classes are in the same track. We have spring and fall semester rotation.
What's the job market prospects like for LVNs? And what's the salary range? Do you help students, though, as well when they complete the program to find work?
So yes, our students have been employed. Some of them employed before they even finished the program. Some of them are employed now and waiting for their license to transition into the technical role as a nurse. The median salary is like $44,000 a year. And yes, all of our students, 100% have jobs when they leave from HCC.
Well, that's great. There's such a high demand, I know, for nursing literally around, not just in the Houston area, but around the country. LVNs, for those interested, you mentioned the cohorts. They can enroll in the fall and in the spring as well to get into one of those cohorts. And is there still time to enroll for the spring if they're looking to do so now?
So the spring semester is closed. October 4th was the last application day. But we have the fall semester coming up. Application will open November 4th and will close April 4th of 2025. We could take up to 150 students each enrollment.
Okay, so 150 per cohort, it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay. And if someone wants to enroll for this, would it be best to see an advisor over at Coleman, or do they need to set that up here at the Midtown campus as well? What's the best place to visit with an advisor?
So we have advisors at Midtown and here at Coleman. So if they do want to get into the LVN program, they just got to go to the registrar office and seek an advisor. Call
after the show.
Yeah, they can call 713-718-8070 to speak to someone to get the application process going.
Okay, and we'll post that number in our social media post. Dr. Bernadette Pollard is the Nursing Program Director for Coleman College. Good to see you on the show this morning. Congrats on the new campus, and we wish you continued success.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. And as mentioned, if you're interested in getting into Coleman College on any of their programs, we'll have all the pertinent links in our social media post right after the show airs. All right. We're going to wrap up this block. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be talking Halloween safety tips. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
And we are back with Sergeant Robert Cenatiempo of the HCC Police Training Division. Thanks for joining us, Sergeant. We're looking forward to hearing your safety tips, which I think are wise regardless of your age or family status, correct?
That's correct. And thank you for having me, Lana. We obviously want to talk about safety because it is the Halloween season and you know, kids and older kids alike, we do want to be out there and have fun and enjoy, get some candy, go to some parties. So I do want to remind people about some safety this holiday season, especially for parents with younger ones as they're out and about in the neighborhoods. First and foremost, have a route planned. Have somewhere well lit, populated in the community, in the neighborhood where you know people and they know you, and talk to your children about where to go. Next, you obviously want to preferably trick or treat during the daylight hours, so you do remain visible. Finish before it gets too dark, especially with the younger kids, because obviously we don't want to be too late for bedtime, and we do want to enjoy some of our snacks as well. I think importantly, as it gets darker earlier now, you want to try and be as visible as possible. Wear a bright costume, something flashy. If that's not to your taste, have some way to be reflective. Maybe have some reflective strips. And definitely carry a light source, preferably a good high-powered flashlight, something that you can let others know, hey, I'm here, I'm walking, and not just rely on low-powered lights or glow sticks. Parents, very important thing, you want to eat treats together with your young kids. Dads, of course, participate in the dad tax. We want to examine the candy. Anything that's unwrapped, I don't want to pass on to my children as potentially unsafe. And anything that is of a questionable nature, you probably want to go ahead and just dispose of right away. But other than that, just enjoy them. Something else you want to talk to your kids about, maybe talk about stranger danger. Don't enter into a home that you don't know about, even if they invite you, even if it looks really kind of cool and decorative inside. If you're familiar with your neighbors, that's fantastic. You can share and celebrate with them. But if it's a stranger, we don't want to go in there where we're not known. And just be safe that way. More importantly, as parents are driving the neighborhood and as we're celebrating going to parties, please slow down. Be mindful of the speed limits. Be mindful that it is low lights. Not everybody's really paying attention to the cars, and there may be some distracted drivers out there, unfortunately. So we want to remain visible, remain vigilant, most importantly, and just be mindful of the speeds and be mindful of who is maybe in between cars or up on the sidewalks.
Right. So when my kids were little, we did trunk or treat. Absolutely loved trunk or treat. But as they got older, they wanted to do the traditional go house to house. And we did everything you said. We made sure that they were wearing safe costumes, that we were visible, that we went out while it was still daytime. So going out during daytime, though, a lot of parents are like, what time should we start? It's 5 o'clock. Is anybody home? And what time do you think is reasonable to stop going? Because, sometimes we've had teenagers come to our house at 10 at night.
Well, at 10 at night, I'm usually turning off the porch lights and making it known that I'm not available and that we are getting ready to go to bed. But generally, schools let around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoons. They're home by 4. Kids are already hopped up from the celebration and the anticipation, so they're probably ready to go by 5, 5:30. Just make sure you get a good quick meal in beforehand. You don't want to go out tired and cranky. So around 5, 6 o'clock is probably when you start expecting to see an increase in the foot traffic and the trick-or-treaters.
So when I was a kid, it was the razor blades and apples and this and that, really serious scare tactics. Now I do quality control with my kid. Well, I used to, I made sure that all the little Snicker bars were okay to eat, and then there'd be none left over at the end of the night. But anyway, besides unwrapped candy, what else should parents be looking for?
Be cautious about the homemade treats. We obviously want to worry about anything that's unwrapped. Especially sometimes you get the neighbor who gives out the fruits or to the kids as well. Examine them closely. I would not take a homemade treat from somebody I did not know. So I know a couple of my neighbors in my neighborhood, they do make some cookies. I know them very well. I know them to be good people, and I have no reason to distrust them. But again, if you're dealing with an unfamiliar neighborhood or unfamiliar people in your neighborhood who are trying to impress upon you something homemade, I'd be a little bit cautious about that, and I'd probably pass on that. Or if I find it in my child's bag, I'm going to go ahead and pull that aside and dispose of it properly.
Yeah, there was one house in our neighborhood that was giving out tangerines. And as we went around the neighborhood, we saw all these smashed tangerines on the sidewalk. So yeah, I'm sure their intention was good, but yeah, the children were not really happy with their tangerines. So let's talk about other safety. This is a good one and hard to imagine any kids doing it, but they are impressionable. What do you say about entering homes?
Well, it goes back to stranger danger. You start talking to your kids at a young age and let them know, hey, we don't know who these people are. We can't go into their homes. Again, if you know your neighbors, you're obviously your next door neighbors, your family, friends on the street. If they're having a celebration or a party and they invite you, and that's one thing, yes, and have fun and celebrate. But if it's a unfamiliar neighborhood, maybe you're trying a few streets over, you're not necessarily familiar with, you don't know the people on that street. Be very cautious. In today's day and age, we just don't know what someone's intent might be with our family. So we want to do what we can to protect them. So if it's an unfamiliar place, unfamiliar surroundings, we want to stay well back from the threshold, the doorway, knock, announce, let yourself be known, and then remain visible. And if something does happen, please run and tell a responsible adult immediately, or if you're able to do so, call first responders using 911 or non-emergency services, depending on the severity, and let us know so that we can deal with the issue.
So we're talking about kids. Let's talk about those tweeners and those teenagers. I still have teenagers coming to my door. And so what are some tips for them and for their parents who are letting their kids, go and enjoy themselves by themselves?
The same rules apply regardless of your age. Teens obviously are going to have a mind of their own. It's their little bit of independence and freedom. I should know I have a teen at home myself who does want to go out with their friends and celebrate. And Dad, I don't want to do all this. Dad, why do I have to take a flashlight? Dad, why do I have to be home at dark? But we want to go through the same rules as they apply, because obviously they're in the moment, they're having fun. They may get a little distracted and maybe wander off into a street or an unlit area. So we want to remind them of these safety tips so that they're safe as well and that they're enjoying the night as well.
When we were doing trunk or treat when our kids were very small, we had fun as adults, and we didn't necessarily have coffee in our Starbucks cups. Yeah. So for those who aren't thinking of kid fun, but their own adult fun, what's your advice for them?
Be responsible. First and foremost, be responsible, especially if you're out and about. If you're at a trunk or treat where you have to drive to a location, you want a designated driver. Participate in the rideshare programs, Uber, Lyft, taxi, call a friend, call a family member, because me and my friends are going to be out on the street as well. We are going to be patrolling. And one thing we don't like is when something bad happens to children. It's a big deal for us, and we take it seriously. We will prosecute to the fullest extent of the law if we catch somebody doing something wrong, maybe celebrating a little too irresponsibly. And we, like I said, we want everybody across all age groups to have fun and an enjoyable and memorable night. So if you do decide to imbibe, be responsible, have a designated driver, or you can remain at home and party there.
Great. All great information. Thank you. After the show.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
We are about to wrap up our show, but a few announcements, things going on around the district here, giving it to you live from HCCTV on Up to the Minute. Wonderful Wednesdays at HCC's Southeast College. Students in the market for a job can meet employers hiring for part and full-time positions. That happens every Wednesday, and this helps students explore prospects and discover brand new career pathways. Today, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at HCC's Eastside Student Life Building. We'll have some information in our post after the show. And Lana, we've also got university preview days coming up as well.
Yeah, we've got two coming up. HCC Career Services is hosting a Bauer Business Preview Day next week for students to network with the well-known program to consider transferring to U of H. After that, they can consider Lamar University in November. it is Tuesday, October 2nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the West Loop campus, and Monday, November 4th, you can talk to folks from Lamar University, and that is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Eastside Learning Hub. And you can check out our post after the show to get the proper information that I just kind of butchered.
It's all in the post after the show, folks. Don't worry about it. Hey, tricks or treats. I want to skip down to this for the sake of time, but this has happened at the West Houston Institute, and apparently it's a dog show. That's right. Digital communications professor and longtime dog guru Carolyn Tan has orchestrated a one-of-a-kind showcase called the Tricks and Treats Dog Show. Having had her on the show before, don't think you'd want to miss this one. It happens 10 a.m. to noon, Friday, November the 1st at the West Houston Institute Courtyard. We'll have some information in our post after the show. And we've got a speech tournament coming up as well.
Yeah, many graduates say speech tournaments are where they learned how to get by in business. So think about registering for this one. You can earn up to $1,500. That's $1,500, folks, in scholarship awards. Any full or part-time HCC student can apply, including dual credit students if they maintain a 2.0 or higher GPA. And that is Saturday, November 16th at 8:30 a.m. at our West Loop campus. The deadline to register is Wednesday, November 6th. So check out our post after the show for more information.
We mentioned spring registration about to start soon, very soon. Go to hccs.edu/apply and you can get registered for next semester. We'll let you know exactly when, but it is coming up. All right. Also coming up tomorrow, we've got one of our vice presidents from Central College joining us, Suzette Brimmer, and the National Funeral Museum here in Houston. It's at spooky time of season, so we got to get them back on the show. Lana, thanks for joining us this morning and helping me host the show.
Oh, it was enjoyable, and I am going to go out and enjoy this nice weather.
It is nice out there. Get out and enjoy it while you can. It'll be here for at least another 48 hours. Then it's back to Houston fall. All right. We'll see you tomorrow morning live at 10 a.m. Have a good day.